Welcome to Worth It Repairs, and today we're working on an iPhone 15 Pro Max battery replacement. As you can see, the battery's at 82% health. That's just enough to do a battery replacement. It says it goes bad at 79%, but it's close enough, so we're going to get this thing replaced. Grab our P2 screwdriver and unscrew the 2 screws from the bottom. Normally I use an Apple OEM screen removing tool, but for this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to take the screen off if you don't have one, which is a big endeavor. You might break the screen while you're taking off the screen, so I recommend ordering a screen just in case. We'll heat it up on a heating pad, and then I'm going to introduce you to this video's sponsor. Alright, today's repair is powered by Dubby Energy. They sponsored this video, and I've got a link down below in the description. If you grab some using my link, you're directly supporting the channel, helping Worth It Repairs grow. Now, they claim this stuff is genderless energy, which is perfect for repairs because the last thing you want when you're working with tiny screws and fragile connections is shaky hands. So here's the test. Can I go through the entire repair, clean, steady, focused? If I start dropping screws, we'll know something's wrong. If this repair comes out flawless, Dubby passes the Worth It Repairs test. Check the link below, support the channel, and let's get into this repair. Here's the part. I ordered it from mobilecentrics.com, and it's an Apple genuine battery, which is going to be great because it will be able to pair the battery with the phone after the repair. No battery message. Woohoo! And since I'm sharing you where I get my parts, please leave me a super thanks, a contribution to my channel for working on these videos for you guys. It would be much appreciated to make a little money while I repair these phones and stuff for you. If not, please just subscribe to the channel. It's free. So we heated up the screen for about 10 minutes on a heating pad, and you can use a hair dryer or heating gun, and then we'll grab out a suction cup and then some isopropyl alcohol and a little squeezy tool and squeeze some out on the edge of the frame of the screen so we can hopefully get a really thin metal pry tool underneath the screen without breaking it. And this will show you guys that I am the best tech in the whole world because I was able to get the screen off without it breaking. So you'll want to lift on the suction cup while prying underneath the screen very gently. Don't stick your tool in too far because you could end up breaking the OLED. Once you have enough space, you can grab out a thin plastic pry tool and pry off the screen so you don't break anything. Once you pried off all the edges of the screen, then it's safe to open it up. Open it up from the right to the left, and I like to use my suction cup as something to hold the screen up while I unscrew these Y000 screws in yellow. So the Apple genuine battery comes with the screws so you can screw it back together, and someone commented below and said that they are thread lock and you should use them. But I end up just keeping my screws organized and then just put the screws back in where they came out of. Maybe it's just muscle memory or a bad habit of mine, but I don't use the screws just because sometimes I'm using an aftermarket battery and it doesn't come with the screws. So keep your screws organized because they all are different sizes and lengths. You don't want to stick one in too far in a wrong spot and then break something on the board. Lift up on the edge of it closest to you and then pull out the bracket that covers up all the connections, and then you can get a plastic spudger and disconnect the battery, which is this connection right here in red. Now you can disconnect the screen and also the proximity sensor, which are these two connections, and pull off the screen. Now, Apple wants you to use the pull tabs, but there's no real use for using the pull tabs. We all know that, repair techs out there, because we're not going to reuse the battery. We're just going to pry it out as safe as possible with some alcohol. This way works the best and is the fastest, and it's safe, and I've done it to thousands of phones, so it's definitely worth it. Anyways, thank you for watching my video, and hit that like button if you like my video. I'll link in the description below this big plastic pry tool that I use to pry out batteries safely. It makes it unbelievably easy. Once you pried out the battery, you'll want to clean up the adhesive. So I'm going to speed this part of the video up because you don't need to watch me in slow-mo taking out the adhesive. But you do a twisting motion to get it out. I like to blow the phone out with some air duster to make sure there isn't any leftover residue from the alcohol. And also there's some stuff stuck in the phone, so I wanted to clean it up. It looks like dog hair got inside the phone, which is quite interesting. I don't know how that stuff snuck in the phone. I mean, after years of use and it riding around in your pocket and getting lint inside the charge port and getting lint inside the edges of the phone, this is why a phone isn't waterproof. It is waterproof when it's fresh out of the box, maybe for the first year, but after years of use of a phone, it does wear and tear, so then they're not as waterproof. But we're going to try to waterproof it as best we can, so we're going to clean the adhesive around the edges. And I'll quickly do that and grab out the new battery. The new battery has these pull tabs on them, which I feel like is really useless because they can bend up the battery a little bit and the stuff gets stuck on it, as you can see. Once we have the battery's adhesive pulled, we will lay down the battery. But before we lay down the battery, you want to make sure you connect the battery onto the connection first and then lay the battery down so you don't have to take it out again. Now it's time to lay down the adhesive. And I'm going to speed up this part of the video because if you guys got it this far, then I believe you can put it back together. Just be careful, don't adhere the screen until you fully tested the phone. You want to make sure to pair the part, and the phone will need to be fully updated for you to pair the part. So you'll want to put it on the charger for at least until it gets to 20% battery, and then you can update it and pair the part. The charge port didn't connect on right, so then I decided I would clean the charge port. And you can use some fine pointed tweezers to clean the charge port if you need to. Work your way around the USB-C and make sure it attaches on and clicks in fully. It didn't for me, so I had to go back and retry again to make sure it was getting that full connection. I gotta update this phone, so we won't show the part pairing in the video, but it's really easy. In the settings, it just kind of prompts you to pair the part at the end of doing an update and everything. So thank you guys for watching my video, and like and subscribe.
It's your tech with these marks.